put this off for a little bit to give a fellow streamer some breathing room. Not that I anticipate us having much crossover, but, you know, gotta make sure to support your fellow charity assisting people. Okay. So, those who were here on the Saturday I did the sampler will recognize the fact that I picked up from where we left off there, when we were almost able to get to that boss, and then realized we had to go hit more switches. I would be lying to say I remember where we were going, necessarily, for that, but I'll figure it out. There was also a couple other oddities that happened today, which helped slow me down for getting started today, but we can get through this. We will absolutely get at this ball rolling and get things done. And something people will note immediately is that the charity timer bot is still going to be there. That's going to be there for the rest of this week. At least until our actual charity week is up, which we started on Friday, so it should actually stop like Thursday or Friday. Hey there, Ember. Oh, did that break now? Because I saw it pop up, but I don't know if I heard that. I may need to just go through and rip up all of my alerts again and fix that. I may have also just missed it. Hard to say. I'm not entirely here today. But how are things for you? There's actually nothing on this floor for us right now. No, I took a wrong turn. That's the problem. This was where the laser was, right? Yep. Okay. Sure, yeah, that counted as hitting me. Why not? Okay. That was a lot easier to get through than I expected it to be. Okay, good. This was the save point I was hoping it was going to be. Fine. Everything is fine. Yeah, I thought I heard a big boy running around in here somewhere. Pardon me, going to the boss. Don't mind me. So I was right, I didn't need to open all of the gates to get to the boss. Yeah, I should have just believed my own thought on that one. Oh well. Well, aren't you a horrifying thing? I don't really have a lot of attack options right now, so I'm just going to sit here and just keep mashing away at it until it stops existing. You will notice, Amber, that most things have an actual cooldown to them again now. Because, apparently, Twitch ignores the settings for sound alerts sometimes. If I didn't have a secondary cooldown in the Twitch channel point redeem, sometimes it just disregarded that setting entirely. And that is why we ended up having all of those sound alerts going nuts earlier. And I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I'm supposed to do with this fight. So I thought it was just break all of the eyes, but clearly there's more to it than that, considering it just toasted us. Not that that is anything particularly surprising. Because he's not damageable, at least not immediately. So maybe I have to break these before I can damage the actual worm itself, and that's the problem. So I really feel like I probably should have a different sub-weapon for this. But, you know, it is what it is. Life choices are made, as usual. These guys constantly spawning from the floor is not ideal either. Now, let's remember to actually use our potions this time. This perspective is a bit of an issue for actually seeing where he's actually hitting. Like, I get why they put a fixed camera for this fight, but I feel like it would have been better if I had any kind of camera control instead. Ah, okay, so there's a delay on it, and now the actual weak point is exposed. Okay. Now I understand. So it is still never a case of hit the actual worm itself. Okay. So I hit the 4 things, then hammer on the weak point, and I'm assuming wash, rinse, repeat. Yeah. Except instead of having to hit the 4 things again, I just need to chase the weak point around the room. That's not too bad. I can work with that. Especially since its health bar moves pretty well. And it does seem like I can somewhat stun the parasite itself. So that I can get more hits on it before it retreats. Okay, it ran over here. Problem is, these constantly spawning soulless can easily knock you around so you can't finish the job. And there we go, no more parasite. Huzzah! Everything is exploding. Okay, that's not spiking the audio like it seems like it would. Okay. Had to make sure. That looks useful. What is this? Okay, it's just a healing orb. So used to the typical Castlevania red orbs that I thought that blue thing was going to be something special. So I guess the buttons aren't necessary, but then what do the buttons do? Oh, that put me all the way back here. Not sure I wanted to do that then, but we can always go back for those buttons later.
You've done well to come back. Is there anything you need?
What would you like today?
I do want at least one memorial ticket to speed us around. And a couple magical tickets.
Anything else?
I don't know why I'd want to buy any of those gems. If that was more than 5%, I would absolutely be about that, but 5%'s not really something I'm that fussed about. Temporary. Although it is a relic, so I would just be using magic to charge it. Let's grab a pair of high potions and stock up on regular potions a bit. That should be sufficient for our purposes for now.
Anything else? What would you
Anything
like today?
that would be worth selling to him? Not really. Okay,
Is that all?
that's fine.
Don't push yourself too hard.
I really figured he'd have something to say about the fact that we've defeated one of the monsters so far. But apparently he's just doing his thing. So either we missed something, or that just is what it is. Because what's got me mildly concerned is the fact that we didn't gain anything by doing that. Nothing really happened. We just kind of killed a worm thing and got teleported out. Okay. Well, that did light up the crystal, so we at the very least know we killed the correct thing. I assume that means it'll open the next portal then, so we can go to the next area. Hey there, Wildwood. How's it going? Now that's the actual boss door up there. Where were those portals? This is what I get for taking multiple days away from this to do other things. Yeah, that's probably the right way. I'm alright. Tired since I slept for like 2, maybe 3 hours last night because the universe decided sleep was not going to be allowed, but I'll be fine. This game doesn't require that much brain power, so it doesn't really matter too much if I'm that awake for it or not. Yeah, there's this thing just hanging out over here. So is there another one of these lit up now? No. Okay. That might be a problem. Most people probably haven't. And... ah, there it is. Colin was just a little bit ahead of his raid. Hello there, Colin, and thank you for the raid. How was your stream, and how you doing? I own this game, but I have not actually finished this game at any point. I started it a couple times, and then just got distracted by other things, so I never finished it. And compared to Curse of Darkness, I don't really like it as much. I'm glad to hear it. Because honestly, I was always more interested in Curse of Darkness because it had more going on in it. And so far it's been going alright. It hasn't been going that long yet. But I will take the fact that nothing's broken immediately as a very good sign. Wait, is that a boss door right there? I don't know what that skull means. We'll figure that out. First, save point. Always save points. And you may notice some weird, like, glitchy pixels in the middle of those transition screens. I don't entirely know why they're happening, but if that's the worst thing that goes wrong with this, I will take that as a victory. Okay, I can't actually open that door right now anyway. So where am I supposed to be right now? Was I supposed to touch that crystal then? Maybe that was the problem. Because for those coming in now, we just beat the first boss, and I'm trying to figure out where the game is actually expecting me to go. Because it didn't tell me anything. And we didn't even gain any new abilities or anything, so it's not like I've got a nudge in any particular direction as to where to go. But we've only got so many paths we can take, so we'll get there eventually. I suspect I may actually need to go back into that area we just finished the boss off in, because I suspect that puzzle I didn't finish doing is what I need to do. Wait, nope, this is active. It just wasn't visibly active. Now, that begs the question, though. I'm going to try to go back the same way we just came in there. I want to see if all of them are open, or if only this one is open. To make sure we're actually going where we're supposed to be. No, they're all active. So I guess you can do these in whatever order you want? So I just ended up stepping on this one, and we ended up where we got the map for initially, so I know that much was at least correct. But if we can go to any of these, I guess it doesn't particularly matter. Palace of Waterfalls. I'm just gonna see what each of these are, and then we'll determine from there what I'm gonna do next. Ghostly Theater. Yeah, this one would probably be interesting. We'll go this way. They all seem to have basic skeletons in them, so it's not like any of these are gonna be harder than the others. At least not initially. I wonder if it scales based on how many bosses you've beaten. That would make a degree of sense. Yeah, today's a little low energy because I'm, as noted at the title there, running on a little low amount of sleep, but we'll do what we can. I hear a laser or a saw. Okay, it's saws. That's fine, those can stay there. Wow, you can shoot 3 at a time, huh? You need to go. Keep them all off me as best as I can. Okay, this seems to go a lot of nowhere, so I probably need to hit something or move something. Or I may need to trigger something somewhere else. So there's always the option of the fact that this is probably just where you get dumped when you fuck up here. Oh, no, it is lasers. Okay. Ah, they go all the way up. Of course they do. I don't think we're going this way right now, then. Unless I try to just, like, time this. Does it actually stop, or was it just because I was slightly further away? No, it just doesn't stop. I was just at the right pixel where it was going to stop because it didn't detect my presence anymore. So we'll come back to that idea. Because I don't think we get enough iframes on our rolling to get past that. So that answers the question of can we go anywhere we want? The very quick answer to that is no. At the very least, the theater is off limits. Let's go with my first instinct then, which was the garden next to the House of Sacred Remains, and see how this plays out. If this ends up also being wrong, it's probably the lab we're supposed to be in then. Because I have seen somebody else play some of this, and I seem to recall that the waterfall area was later on in the path they took. So if there is a defined path, that means that's at least later. How much later? Who can say? Okay, what do we got in here? Just more skeletons. It is odd that there's just skeletons everywhere. I would have figured there would have been a different enemy type in here. But again, maybe it's a scaling situation where I need to get further in progress in order for more things to show up. Since, you know, you can just go through each of those doors immediately. Not really sure how they're working this one. Okay, that's slightly different. It is a skeleton with sharp object. And this one happens to not have a helmet, unlike the one that was screwing us up in the last area. Because the astral fighters would just teleport around and make a nuisance of themselves. I assume that'll do good things. Okay. That's just like the buttons in the last area that we didn't finish doing all of, but, you know, neither here nor there. I suspect we probably were supposed to do those buttons in order to gain another relic or something. I just expected the boss to be what gets me the relic. Which is why I just immediately ran off after killing it. But let's see if we can actually finish this one. And see what happens as a result of that. If we can't, as I was saying before, we'll just go back and go do the buttons in the first area. So I think there were two sets of buttons in that first part, and we did one of the two, but we didn't do the other one, I think. So I think the first one's what opened the boss, and the second one was something else. I had assumed the last button was going to be behind that laser, is why we went that way in the first place. Got the axe hanging around in here. We'll take that for the time being. Some range will be beneficial. Oh, something's happening here. Okay. Oh, none of this looks fun to deal with. That's what I was afraid of. I have to hit that at just the right height, probably, to get across that. Am I dropping frames? I'm seeing some weird. No? Okay. No frames have been dropped, it's just being odd today, I guess. Which, you know, that's just how Twitch be. Sometimes Twitch just does whatever it feels like. Let me know if y'all see anything weird on your side. So I might have jinxed it by saying nothing broke yet. I'm getting a strong suspicion that everything might be breaking. Okay, just push all those in. Okay, there is another path over there. Had a weird moment there, because it's like, wait a minute. If this path dead-ended out, where the hell were we going? And then I realized this wasn't a full dead end. I could jump across all that nonsense again, or I can just jump down here. I think we all know what the sensible answer in that exchange was. Game, please. Sometimes it doesn't take correctly when you're looking at a door. So I'll just end up staring at it like an idiot. Gotta whip those doors in shape. Got some red skeletons in here, and some... Oh, great. Zombie assassins are still a thing, huh? Okay. I say zombie assassins because that's what they were in Curse of Darkness instead of evil stabber. So that is what my brain will remember them as. Though, I will say there's one thing I have to give this one a little more credit for, and it's that it feels closer to an actual character action game than Curse of Darkness did in a lot of ways. But by the same token, that's also where I feel some of the limited feeling of this comes from. Okay, this is map 4, so we definitely shouldn't be here right now. But we're here, so to hell with it, why not? Because we were just in map 1. Killed the boss there and left. Now we're suddenly in map 4. I feel like that doesn't add up somehow. This is what they get for not locking all the doors. I just go where I feel like it. Do let me know if any of the audio balancing seems wildly off, because as per usual, things are still in flux. It looks on the sliders like it's good, but I can never guarantee anything. These damn teleporting skeletons are the worst. You pretty much have to guard them to get a chance to hit them. Unless you catch them like I'm doing now as soon as they spawn in. On the bright side, they're fairly easy to perfect guard against. So that's always handy. That's what I was afraid of. This is just a loop. I was hoping there'd be another door off down bottom of there that I just didn't see because it was grayed out. But unsurprisingly, there isn't. Just with the stiffness and coloration of his vest cape thing here, it really feels like he's just a cosplayer instead of wearing actual full clothing. It's a little weird. Is it? Am I wrong in thinking that it looks like that weird, like, plasticky leather stuff? Well, we found something. Ah, we found gargoyles. Okay. Oh joy, they can make me like them. Got it. They otherwise don't seem to be much of a threat, because they don't really do a lot of damage. There's just a lot of them. So their big claim to fame is going to be turning me to stone. Wait, that's it? There was only 3 of them? I figured since they came out of the corners and there's 4 corners, there would have been 4 of them. Huh. Okay. Well, that was easier than expected. Maybe the map count genuinely doesn't matter. I don't know. I'm going to remain slightly confused for a long time, I suspect. I see, they're storm skeletons, which means they're just vaguely green and they can spin. Okay, sure. That's how that works. They may spin, but they sure didn't win. Bad. I'm gonna say this right off the top, that this is gonna be a fairly short one, probably. Need blue dragon key. Okay. Very good. Just gonna leave all y'all behind. Nobody needs to deal with you. I remain decidedly confused. Okay, axe armors in bulk. Sure, why not? See how you like a taste of your own medicine. I feel like this game is designed more about blocking, and my reflex to dodge might be what's part of my issue here. Because you get rewarded for blocking, that's how you get MP back. Specifically blocking those purple moves. My reflex in all these games has always been dodge. So I either just sit there and take the hits to just keep attacking, or, you know, I flip away like I'm in a circus act. also seems to be a matter of you gain a bunch of abilities by doing things, rather than by actually going to places and collecting them. So it might not... That might be why it doesn't matter where you go first, maybe. I don't know. I'm trying very hard to figure out how the systems of this game work so far, and I'm having some very mixed thoughts about it so far. Not in terms of quality, just in terms of how it actually works. I might have the manual over in the case over there. I should probably have looked at that. I'll figure it out. We're making forward progress, so I can only assume we're not doing anything too far wrong. There we go. Go ahead and drink that potion down to keep me intact. Get some more money. Put money in my pocket. Which... we got a decent amount of money, we just have nothing to use it for. Because I assume we'll unlock more relics and such in the shop as we go along. We just haven't unlocked anything good yet. These don't seem to be anywhere near as bad as the Thunder Demons from Curse yet. They just kind of hang out. Ooh, square, triangle, square. Okay, I'll give that a shot. That's a pretty smooth move. Let's see if I can find something that'll live long enough for me to try it on. Yeah, you see there that literally just as I'm playing, I'm gaining new combos and things, which is nice. I'm just not entirely sure what the thresholds and actual points of getting them are. And for those wondering, yes, I was fully prepared to use the memorial ticket or the memory ticket or whichever I would feel I need to if I got myself in over my head. Could you not? Weird air face man thing. He is upsetting. And for those wondering why I'm not using the relic I have, one, it's a floor-based attack, so it wouldn't really help here. Two, I don't particularly care for it. And three, I honestly forgot I had it up until a minute or two ago, which is why I'm mentioning it now. It's also the only relic we have at the moment. Unless we got one and it didn't prompt me, which I suppose I should check. That would probably be smart of me. Okay, so the axe works well on those. Noted. Important thing to remember. What is that? Is that holy water just upside down? Yep, okay. It looked really weird upside down, so I needed to make sure. Okay, this Thunder Demon's being slightly more annoying. Oh, look at him actually casting his magic this time. Look at you go! What was that? OBS, what did you just do? I seem to still be connected and everything. For those wondering why I just had that sudden bit of concern, my OBS icon just blinked. And as you might imagine, that's a little weird. Like that is not something you'd expect to see happen, usually. So, you know. That got my attention. But everything still seems to be in order, so I have no idea what that was about. Can only assume it was actually just nothing. And all these marker stones that I'm never going to use, probably. Because I will trust my own memory and then regret that decision soon afterwards. Yeah, this area doesn't seem to be that bad for being Area 4, so I'm a little confused. I'm still leaning on that idea that it might be scaling. But, of course, some things have to be unique to the area, so that's why we still have the Thunder Demons and the Poison Lizards and things like that. That's just, of course, only theoretical, though. I have no idea if that's actually at all true. It's always a little hard to say. You ever have one of those days where just everything is intensely distracting? I'm hearing dogs barking out there, people are throwing shit around. It's just going nuts today, and I don't know why. Which I also can't tell whether it's my tired state making me more distractible, or if that's just happening specifically today. So there was a lot of dumb nonsense happening over the course of today, too. Like, I had to figure out another plumbing leak today, which I still need to fully fix, but I know how to fix and where it is. It's just not currently an issue, so I left it off for later. Because it's not something that runs constantly. So I can just fix it at my leisure to a degree. I just ought to make sure not to forget to fix it. Totally not saying that because it's happened before or anything. No, not at all. Where on earth would you get an idea like that? Probably meant to go that way. So this is looping back, and there... Oh, there is a... And that's the blue dragon door, though, that we don't have the key for. So the only other path would be over there. We're near this one, so let's check this one. Right, that's what was messing with me. The map keeps turning to match me, right. Okay. I knew something was wrong with my map. I just could not, for the life of me, figure out what at a glance when I was opening and closing it. And I think I knew that before, and I just forgot. Because it's been a little over a week since the sampler stream I did of this. Because, of course, charity is more important. Which, as previously mentioned, the charity commands and such are still there. We are not done on raising money for that charity. I'm just not doing a specific special for it today. There is still a specific special going on for the charity, which I think is still live. That would be over on Lark's channel. Alright, I can't use things from this menu. You've got to use things from this menu. That I think is the one thing I can absolutely say I don't like about this game, is the fact that it insists on you using things from that stupid real-time menu. But you have to use the D-pad to move around. So you can't move and use it. So you're basically setting yourself up for failure if you try to actually use it half the time, which is kind of annoying. Which, don't get me wrong, I understand that it's designed to counter the fact that a lot of these games devolve into chug every potion in the universe to keep yourself alive. But at the same time, I feel like if that's really an issue, your players should be the ones who have the responsibility of choosing whether to act on that or not. Not give them an arbitrary system that makes it annoying to do so. That I would say is probably the only legitimate complaint I can think of for this game so far. I'm sure I'll find something else that will annoy me at some point. But that will end up being probably more of a subjective thing anyway. Because I can honestly say I don't think I've ever heard a legitimate complaint about this game before. There's always been, like, a couple odds and ends that are like, meh, this game's not that great. But it's never been like, oh my god, this game is terrible. It's usually been, I think, like, things like the camera and the occasional, oh, it's a bit bland, has issues with it. And I'm like, yeah, that's fair and all, but it's not really a big problem either. Is welcome to PS2 era action games. The camera is going to be your biggest opponent at all times. That's just how that works. You know, that's not a defense of that kind of thing. That's just one of those, it's just gonna be how it works. So there's no sense in getting too uppity about it. Okay, 3 squares and then a triangle. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's that move. Okay, I have seen that move before. I just didn't know what that was. Of course, I get it in a room full of things I'm not going to be able to use it on. Okay, those hurt. Not that it's surprising that that hurts a lot, considering it's really awkward to get hit by. But, you know. I think it's dead now? Yep. Okay. Very good. Yeah, you definitely just tear through things in this game. It's kind of impressive. And I know I've said this once already, but I do appreciate how my combos are increasing as I'm just going. Because even just without paying attention to the combos I'm using, we'll end up seeing new moves come out, because button combinations I've already been using turn into combos. Those over the course of the game. I didn't press the D-pad at all, so I don't know how that menu came out, and I'm annoyed that I ended up using a potion because of it. Oh, okay, the right stick also brings up this menu. That's how that happened. I bumped the right stick trying to move the camera that cannot be moved. Oh yeah, there's also this thing for swapping relics and things like that. I'm going to assume that's a status effect of some kind that's coming out of that blue dust, so let's just not be touched by that. No need to find out what that does. There we go. We're not done yet, apparently. Hello? Enemies? Is there a puzzle in here? Oh? Ah! There's just another plant that just did not want to come out for any reason, apparently. And is in the worst position, camera angle-wise. So, thank you for that, video game. Appreciate that. Yep, that's poison as well. That's what I figured. Well, there went my last serum. This is just poison, 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 poison. Which is not surprising. It's the garden area. The garden area is always poison hell. Okay, that's where the other 3 buttons get used. So... oh. The door that looks like a door isn't the door. It's the door that looks like a wall that is the door. Okay, game. Ring of Thunder. Makes you more resistant to lightning attacks. Sure. Why not? Alright, I go in here. Right, okay. Hang on. You gotta do this. You gotta switch these menus around. Oh! The blue orb is a thing. It just didn't tell me anything about it. Okay. So now our axe acts differently. I knew there were things that would change how your sub-weapons worked in this game, I just didn't put 2 and 2 together because I was too busy trying to figure out where we were going to really think about it. Okay, so we did actually gain something. My suspicion when we had the blue orb instead of the red orb did make sense then. I just, again, processing didn't occur till now. But we got there, that's the important part. Brain has achieved actual function somewhat. Right, this is the door we can't open, that's why that's red on the map. We don't need to worry about killing all this crap this time because the doors are open. Let's see how good this version of it is. Ooh, that's real good. Okay. So the blue orb's good stuff. That's what that tells me. This door appears to be open. Ah, okay. This is probably the set of statues that goes to that other door. Yep, okay. Now, something to note, this is a fairly short game. I think it is, like, maybe 8 hours or something. It's not long. It's, of course, longer or shorter based on how well we find our way through things. and how many times it's going to take us to beat some of the bosses. But more or less, that's how that'll play out. So that was just a dead end? What? That doesn't make any sense. That's a locked door, and then there's only over there. It makes 0 sense for this to be just a dead end use this room. Something's up with this. Yeah, when in doubt, destroy things. And I know there was a door behind the first one it broke, I just want to see what's behind the rest of them now. Though I suspect that that one was the only correct choice. And before anybody's like, wow, how did you luck into finding that? The door was obviously behind the Sphinx. You could see that this one was different behind it than the others. Like, I'm just gonna cut my own credit out from under me on that one immediately. Maybe as there's no credit to be given on that, aside from basic observation. Yeah, you'd think I would have noticed the orb on the save screen too, but no. I can find doors. Paying attention to my own menus, not so much. And we're at the garden boss already. What are we dealing with in here? Oh, okay.
Welcome! I haven't had any visitors in a while.
Can't imagine why.
With that body, you'll make an excellent statue.
All those stone statues were...
Uh-huh.
A wonderful sight, weren't they? Don't worry, you'll be joining them soon enough.
Are you the legendary monster that turns people to stone?
That's a little bit of a stupid
Monster?
question.
What insolence! I'll grind you to dust!
Well, that didn't work out for her at all, now did it? She just gave me iframes to dodge her attack with instead. How about no? I think it's like this? Yeah. May as well use my fire trail on her a bit, too. Oh, I can block the transformation beam? Interesting. Would not have expected that to work at all. There we go. Now when she pushes me around, when she gets set on fire. turn that off before I burn all my mana. It's not really doing a lot. I don't know what I was thinking with that. I was doing so well, and then I started fucking around, and regret ensued immediately. Okay. Yep, that's attractive. A little late on that. I've been damned for a while. Oh, she's gonna vomit again. Ooh, those actually hurt. Don't appreciate that at all. Yeah, my timing was all kinds of off on that one. Come on, just have the grace to die, lady. Enough.
That whip is...
It's Ronaldo's whip. Apparently, it's effective even on legendary monsters.
It wasn't so powerful before. Did it gain its complete form?
Complete form?
Still, it's no match for my master!
Well, that's karma for you. So, you know, you probably shouldn't babble on about complete forms of things unless you're sure that it's already there. Well, let's see what this one does. Axe Tornado. Neat. I think I like the spinning edge a little better at the moment. I can definitely see situations where that close-range tornado is going to be useful. And I guess we may as well get out of here. We killed the boss and got the thing. Hey, Ronaldo, I killed Medusa.
Ronaldo.
I'm glad you're back. What's the matter? You have an odd look on your face.
Well, about this whip.
Were there problems with it?
No, that isn't it. I heard something about it gaining its complete form.
Oh, that. That's true. The whip is not yet complete.
But it has become more powerful than before.
That is because of you. I hate to say it, but it seems it fits you better than me.
Is there a way to complete it?
It's better for you not to think about that. It's impossible by any normal means.
But...
Do not think about it. There are other things you must take care of right now.
But if it was
All
complete,
right.
it'd be stronger. Why is he so against me completing the whip?
Welcome. What would you like?
Suspicious. Got anything new for me now? Nope. May as well get this earth plate,
Is this fine? Would you like anything
since we don't have any other armor. I say as I immediately notice the meteor plate right after... Oh well. We'll just say we're building a collection.
Is this okay? Would you like anything else?
You know, gotta make sure I have all of the things, not just some of them. And it's not like we need the money for anything anyway. Why would I want to buy these gems? What do they do?
Anything else?
You would think I'd be selling him the gems, not buying the gems.
Come back anytime.
That doesn't make sense. Something about that just does not add up. There we go. Now we've got 10% art and damage reduction. We don't have any other accessories yet. Yeah, we'll check each of the sub-weapons now that we have 2 orbs and see what the various other forms of those sub-weapons are as we see them. We still don't have a way past that laser in the theater, so we need to go at least somewhere other than that. And presumably. And I guess these orbs lighting up have no other effect other than once they're all lit, the final door opens. So that's a little disappointing. Either that or maybe those lighting up is what scales the other areas to be stronger. Like maybe all of the enemies in the areas will be doing the things. Getting distracted by things. So I guess we'll go to the lab next. I probably should have done this in some sensible order, like left to right or something. We went from middle to left. I think that's fine. And then we'll go from middle to right. Yeah, still just skeletons here. I am happy that the music doesn't restart every time you go through a transition door. That would be really unfortunate for a lot of these songs. They'd end up just stuttering at the beginning of them a lot. Okay, this is different. Not sure what happened there. Game just full stopped for a second. Without anyone wondering, yeah, that was on my end. That everything just stopped. Don't know why. I assume just an emulation glitch. You guys don't do any purple attacks anyway, get out of here. I was giving them a moment in case they actually were going to do an attack that would get me my mana back. Not that we have any relics I care about still. I need to get an actual relic. Wouldn't it be a hell of a thing if I beat the game without any of the relics at all? I wouldn't be surprised. So I could buy the defense boosting one from the shop, but that's been the only other one other than the Svarog statue that we've seen. You guys are definitely burning. That is true. Burn, zombie, burn. Burn, zombie, burn. Everyone knows the natural state a zombie should be in is burning. So I guess there's just gonna be elemental zombies of every kind in here. Considering we went straight from fire zombies to ice zombies. Okay, disposed of all of them easily enough. Okay, fire versions of the spooky swords. Ooh. I can do dodge attacks now. Ah, okay, that's how that works. It's a little funky, but probably going to be useful at some point. Yeah, I wonder if... I probably should have tried quick-stepping through the laser, but I doubt it would work. I feel like that would just get my face blasted off. Cool it down there, Axe Knight. Nobody wanted to see any of that. Yeah, actually, no. I'm sure there's somebody out there that wanted to see me get my head kicked in by that attack, but still. Not important. Can I actually get up there? Nope. Okay. Probably get some hearts. And in case anyone's wondering if there's audio delay, no. That's just my brain being slightly slow today, so I'm saying things as I'm doing them instead of as I'm thinking about doing it. I am my own delay. Let's see what the crystal does. Shatterplane and Hail Crystal. Okay, so it drops a crystal, or it shatters the screen. Okay, we'll stick with the axe. Oh! What do you know? I figured the lab was going to be later in the list. Turns out the lab was supposed to be the one I was going to go to second. Well, I do everything in the right order. Absolutely. Totally not missing a pile of content along the way. Speaking of, I saw that there was like a search rate or something. I think it was only on the save screen though. Our search rate's probably going to be terrible. So I'm just flying. That's kind of neat. And magic missile. That I assume would aim at enemies. So actually, I think I'll keep that. I think I like that. Homing attacks are always nice to have. And the ground spikes aren't bad either. It's nice that they give new life to the knife, since honestly the knife is usually not a sub-weapon you want. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I can dig that. Don't get me wrong, the knife as a sub-weapon is usually okay. Like, it's not as bad as having the holy water, for example. But it's not one you go out of your way to find, usually. Not like the cross or the Bible or something. I probably want to find out what's in that room over there, so I guess I'll get on this moving platform when it comes back, and then we'll hop off it to the right. Just gotta time this right. There it is. Uh-oh, spooky red door. Oh, spooky red door led to a health increase. Neat. That actually solves the fact that we were injured, so it works for me. That moving platform seems to have also been solely for that, considering there's just stairs over here. Well, and for avoiding dealing with the plants. Not that you needed to fight the plants even if you went across the ground. Never mind. Ignore what I'm saying. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Oh, well I found the boss of this area already, goddamn. This might turn into an accidental speedrun. I might just beat the game today and be done with it. Absolutely not what I expected to have happen with this. Alright, bring it on, whatever you are. Sure, I have no hearts, but it'll probably be fine. Oh, it'll be this guy, okay. The word meth is carved into the wall. There's a hole looking like it's gouged out. Well, we're actually gonna have to do a thing here, I think. I think I need to actually go get, like, a plate or something. This is a fight I have seen, though. But that explains why the boss door is so readily accessible and early on, is the fact that you can't actually fight him until you do a thing. That's fine. Let's go find the thing we need. Because the rest of them you all needed to press a bunch of buttons and such to trigger, or access to them. So it balances out that this one requires you to go find a plate or whatever fits in that space. And I'm willing to bet it's a case of if I literally went the other way, we would have found it first and then come to him and been done immediately. Oh well. So there's a third floor to this place. Okay, up we go, I guess. Let's find out if what we need's up there, or if I need to go somewhere else. No, not you guys again. You good, dude? There you go. I'm just gonna farm some MP off him for a minute. Get the MP fully charged. Eh. If he's not gonna play ball, he ain't gonna get to live. boy, real hostile room here. Ow, ow, ow. Bad dog. Okay, already getting really tired of these flame demons. There we go. No more flame demon problems. And there we go. The hellhounds aren't a problem as long as there's no flame demons just pelting me and annoying me. Let's go ahead and drink some of the odds and ends we've got, if we got more than that. Nope, looks like we only had the one odd thing. Okay. I just didn't want to end up having to cycle past that to get to the other things. I could sort, but I'd rather just get rid of things. So I'll probably have to sort later on, just because of the way the inventory in this game seems to go. Which that falls all under the same problem I was talking about before of the inventory just not being great. It'd be easy enough for it to auto-sort, but it just doesn't. Okay, that's actually dropping really fast. Okay. And when I say it would be easy for it to auto-sort, I know that it wouldn't be the easiest thing to code in the world, but it's also not that hard, depending on how they've done their engine. They may just have the engine in such a way that that would be a nightmare, and I don't know that. But it'd be real impressive if they managed to make it in such a way that it would be that big a problem. I don't think there's gonna be any other way across this room. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to respawn the thing. Yeah. Also, not sure why the hanged man has bolts through the sides of his head. Seems a little odd, considering what they called him, but, you know, what do I know? Okay, jumping is not a solution. Jumping just means I fall through. I wonder if I actually need, like, some kind of speed boost ability or something to get across this. It seems going full speed, you're not fast enough. And it's not like sidestepping or anything is going to help there. That's just going to make my movement stiff and inconsistent. So that almost certainly won't be fast enough either. So it's hard to say how that would actually work out. I'm just going to go out on a limb and hope that I don't need to go that way and go elsewhere. Speaking of going elsewhere, let's go elsewhere from here before I have to deal with that whole nonsense again. I was making sure there wasn't another sub-weapon in this room, since a lot of the hallways seem to be where you get your sub-weapons from. And I wouldn't mind seeing what the other weapons do. Even the holy water. This is cross, isn't it? Yes, it is. Haven't had a good cross in a bit. Divine cross is that move. Okay, that's a pretty good one. Michael's sword. I'm gonna have to wait for this to wear off before I can use it. Ah, it just drops a big old cross on somebody's head. Okay. And of course, orbital crosses is the normal. Look for that in case anybody has not seen that one. So we'll go ahead and put We'll put the Divine Cross on and have it just be a shield in front of us for a bit. Considering I can literally just sit there and keep that in front of me and then guard if I really wanted to be a bastard. I did not catch what that said. It said something... Oh, okay, it's dive kick. Okay. I knew it said something about jumping, so I just tried jumping a bunch to see what it would do. That might actually be really useful for getting across the breakable floor thing, actually. Because if I jump over the first bit of breakable floor and then kick in and start running, that might work. I don't think it will, but it might. I just don't feel like going back to do that right now. I'd rather just keep going forward. If I was full convinced that it would work, I'd absolutely do it. When the scorching statue is frozen, the defender will crumble. Okay. So there's some kind of puzzle around here. Whether it's a relevant puzzle or not, that's a whole other question. Yeah, this cross ability seems to be pretty strong. It's just not, like, the best. Let's give the other one an actual combat try. I'll have to use it a little sparingly because, one, it's expensive, and two, it makes a flash on the screen, and I'm not the biggest fan of that. So I'd rather not be causing lots of flashing lights. Those are generally pretty upsetting and very bad for some people. Pretty effective, though. Give it that. Meth means death, MF means life. So I just need to put an E in there? Presumably to bring the thing to life? I'm assuming that's what that means. I'll vote on that pull later. I just need to put a mark down in my brain about that. That's how much I don't like the flame demons, that I'm willing to just throw 2 of those at him. Just to get rid of him. Especially when I was up in there about to kill him and he sets himself up with a damn firewall. Demons. Ah, it's a telescope. Okay. It seemed just weird enough that I'm like, do I need to spin it or something? Spin it, spin it, spin it, spin it. Okay, that's a thing. I'm going to assume that's on a timer, and I probably shouldn't be fucking around, but I'm fucking around anyway. Oof, I ended up standing on the damn flag. Yep, there it went. Oh, that is not a great timer either. Go, 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 go. But thankfully, now that we won't be slowed down by the cutscene, we should have enough time, potentially, as long as I don't fuck up any of these jumps too badly. And we made it. I'm going to assume that in this room is going to be what I'm looking for, considering something like that was guarding it. I may have to fight like a mini-boss or something to get the plate. No, it's just here. E. The word of the day is E. That's not a word. Doesn't matter. It is E. Hop. Well, that could have gone poorly. Okay. Yep, we are definitely done up here. This whole floor is cleared. Got a good amount of hearts, so we can probably just go straight to the golem and take him out. Which, I gotta say, 3 bosses in the span of an hour and a half is kind of silly. Especially with how long it took us to get to the first boss. That's the last time. Because literally, it's been slightly longer than the sample I did on this game. And we've already done so much more. Because we didn't even get to the first boss in that, like, hour and change before. Now here I am having flattened like half the damn game. I went back this way to see if my idea works. Nope. Doesn't work at all. Well, it does, but it doesn't. It does trigger later, but my recovery is an issue. I also ended up aiming wrong. Yeah, I think the main issue with that's going to be the fact that it's hard for me to aim it right to land on the platform. Because of the camera angle. Well, I end up shooting the wrong way. So there might be a trick I can do there where I just keep hopping off of the falling rocks. Try 1 or 2 more times. Nope. Never mind. That's not gonna work. Because I can't aim the dive well enough. Because what my plan was as soon as I hit the rocks and were able to double jump off the first one, I would dive to where it's falling again. Use that to spring up again, potentially, because it might count as a platform. And then I would just keep looping that until I reached the end. But between the camera angle and the pace my jumps were going at, I don't think it was going to work. Or at the very least, it would have been very precise, and I don't have that level of precision in me right now. It's going to be a hell of a thing if I just clear this game in one go, though, today. Let me just verify what my own thoughts were for a second, and make sure I'm not being crazy with this idea. Of course it's not on the first page of the list. Of course it is. Yeah, I was remembering right. This is supposed to be an 8-hour game. Okay. And that's not even a completionist time or anything. That's just main story 8 hours. So either there's more to what I'm doing, or I've managed to really just skip something. Which would be a hell of a thing, but wouldn't be the first time for me. I've definitely accidentally made big skips before. No, 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 no. No lasers for you, peeping eye. Nope. I'm gonna guess we're full on hearts, considering we're getting nothing but coinage. Which, 80 sounds about right for our max hearts. So how funny would it be if I just tear through all of the bosses and then we somehow ended up getting stymied for another, like, 3 hours somewhere along the line, and that's how it ends up being another 8-hour game. It would be funny. Even if I'd be really annoyed at the time, it would be very funny on the whole. Dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-da. I wonder what will happen when I put this in there. Bonk. Magic! Oh, what do you know? Spelling life made the thing come to life. And he angry. He didn't want to be alive. Oh, he can paralyze. That's not ideal. This guy's kind of a joke. I see why this was the second area now. Then again, we do have something we technically wouldn't have, because I'm using the purple orb. And that was from map 4, not map 2. Jesus. He's getting kind of mad now, so he's becoming an actual problem. I was trying to play nice and not just cross him to death. Okay, the stomping is getting kind of tedious. It also would help if this actually would target him. It's getting a little derpy now. Either way, fight over. Unless he's got a second form, which he might. Yeah, he doesn't appear to be done yet. That explains why he had such a meager or seeming health bar. Because I thought his health bar was going down awful quick. And this is why I hate this healing system. It's like, oh hey, you can't get out of the menu fast enough, so he's gonna get a free hit at you. Haha. Enjoy losing half your health, you bastard. I really wish they'd actually mark that in some way to show that that's unblockable. Because, yeah, you would think a big golem spin punch like that would be unblockable, but the game doesn't actually give you an indication of that, and you've blocked ridiculous things before. So it's a little bad. But, fight's over. He was a bit of a joke. But, again, he's only meant to be boss 2, so I get it. Red orb. Hey, Ronaldo, I did another thing.
Welcome.
Not even a cutscene for the golem. Just like, oh yeah, you did it. Good job. Yeah, you do know that like everybody's managed to do that one, right? Yeah, yeah.
Is this a... Yes, certainly. Would you like anything else?
Go ahead and stock up more potions.
Good luck.
It's kind of funny that we've apparently only done half the castle entrance, but it makes sense because of the fact that there's that doorway there that we haven't gone through, and there's the thing. Wasn't there a thing somewhere around here? No, that was another room. Still, that's definitely 3 bosses in now. Which, based on the order they're mounted on the wall, maybe Golem was meant to be first, even though you get the map for the House of Sacred Remains straight away. Hard to say. But there's only 2 boss pillars left, so we've got that going for us. And we've only been playing between yesterday and today for just about 3 hours. So that's actually not too crazy. If it's meant to be an 8-hour game, if these guys are just the access to the main area. I don't know if they're like access to the actual finale or if they're meant to be access to like a second tier of the castle or something. Because as mentioned before, I've only seen bits and pieces of this game and played to up before where we stopped last time, almost, actually. So I did the tutorial and went, not super impressed, and then didn't actually play the game anymore. Which, I know that's early to drop out of a game, but just the controls didn't really feel that great to me at the time. And I think I had already played at least some of Curse of Darkness at the time. So I think what ended up happening is I started both of them, felt them out a little bit, and ended up sticking with Curse of Darkness, and then played other things after it, instead of playing this one. It's been a long time, so I don't remember exactly how that whole situation played out, but that sounds right in my head. That is definitely something I would have done. Even if I was excited about it, it would just be like, yep, I got distracted. So it stopped existing. We can try the red orb version of this. We haven't had that yet. Okay, so they don't have a freeze move, they just have paralysis as the equivalent there. Okay, so it's the same as regular, just more. I can get behind that. All things considered, I can definitely get behind that as an option. They're in vertical high and upwards attack during a jump. Okay. That's the follow-up to the whip slam move. So I'm probably never going to use that just because that's a little overcomplicated. Because what you have to do, basically, is snap them into the air, jump up to follow them, and then hit them. And this game hasn't really shown that I need to have that level of complexity to my combat, so, nah. I have not yet felt challenged by the game. Which I hope changes. I genuinely hope that this game gets difficult before the end. Just not, like, annoyingly difficult. If that makes sense. We haven't had Red Axe. What's Red Axe? Meh. We'll keep Red Cross. Or just Cross in general, rather. Is this actually a dead end? No, there's definitely gonna be something I can do with that. It's just not... Ah! Hey, you know what? You swing a real heavy thing around. Can you break this? Hey, big guy. Come get me. I'm trying to bait him close enough that I think he'll actually hit the wall when he throws. 1, 2, 3. Yeah! Haha! I feel like I shouldn't be quite that pleased with myself about that, but that felt good. Managing to time that just right. And smoothly dodging. Now the question is there actually anything of merit behind this? Oh, this is a mess. God damn. This is the harder path to take, so I'm going to assume there's something up here. Well, there is. Whether it's something good or not, we'll have to find out. Ah. I can always do with more of those. And we can quickly just drop right back down to here. Which is apparently not where that door is? What? How do I get up there, then? Color me confused. Was I actually supposed to follow the path I was doing, then? I thought it split there, but apparently... Ah! What the... I don't know what happened there. I think it didn't take my input the way I expected it to. Like, I think it thought I was still in the air, so he did a dive... I feel like the camera is an issue here. Like, I think I know where I'm supposed to be landing, I just can't see it. Like, it wants me to jump out this way somewhere. Yeah. And then I can actually see where I'm going. That's not great. What the fuck? I don't know why he flipped up like that. He was supposed to go the same way he's gone every time. But apparently that time he decided going the other way was a good idea? Don't rightly know. Like, your only hint that you're supposed to jump that way is where the fence is pointing. Which makes me wonder if there's something this way too, but I'm not that interested with the issues I'm having getting around here to begin with. And for it to be a green door has me a little confused. We haven't seen a green door in this game yet. I assume this is an extra boss of some kind. Probably to get, like, a different version of the whip or something. Okay, so... this version of the cross is doing no damage to it, and I'm hardly hurting it either. Like, drawn together, my attacks are doing okay, but this is definitely not a lot of damage. Let's see if my fire trail does much. Yeah, the fire trail's doing okay. We found a use for it, finally. If this does what I think it does, it makes sense that the whip is the way to beat these. It might also just be that the cross doesn't do much damage either. Or specifically to this opponent. Because as usual, these probably all have their own unique resistances and such. I thought I was rolling away from it enough. Game, please. There it goes. Okay. He was waiting till I was unparalyzed to heal, which makes sense. No, I don't know what that was gonna do, but it probably was bad for me. And we win. Da 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 da, it's dead. We got a blue thing. Ice element added onto the Whip of Alchemy. I mean, we may as well use the Whip of Ice for a while. At least until we find something we can't hurt. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume there was probably one or two of these doors in earlier parts we were in as well, and I just didn't see them because I didn't go in the right room. But we got the Ice Whip at least. And it does seem to modify our charge attacks a little bit. Did we actually go the other way, or did I just immediately leave there in favor of checking the other door? No, that was the other floor, wasn't it? Wait. No. I see what I'm doing. I'm fucking rotating the camera. Confused the shit out of myself. One sec. Let's double check what's in here before I go running off. Ah, I think I just didn't notice that that skull was a door. What the hell? Ah, this might be like a bonus thing or something, where you can make a bunch of money. And this might actually get us somewhere as well. Ooh, this is a little hard to tell what's going on at times, though. Oh boy. Ow. Welcome to bonus game. Ow. You could probably make a lot of money if you remember where the money trails are. Because they come up way too damn quick for me to really maneuver. And that dumps us down here in the second floor, though. Okay. Okay, we've changed the flow of water. That's a thing. Hang on. Okay. Now deal with the rude fishmen who stopped me in the middle of my message. This Cyclops needs to go. I really should just leave him be, honestly. But when have I been known to leave enemies around when they've annoyed me? There we go. Get rid of these small meats because they don't do a damn thing. They're just in my way. Turtle key. You know, that's another thing. We had that blue dragon key in that one area. I wonder if we're meant to come back to those areas and that's why these seem to be so quick. Like, maybe that's the whole thing, is you come back to areas later if you want to get extra stuff or something. Or you may actually, like, need to come back to them because you probably need all the elements in order to complete the whip, and that's what the oh yeah, you can't normally get this done deal is that Frost Elemental was pretty strong. So he may just be, Ronaldo might be assuming we can't handle the elementals. We may not be meant to get to all of them yet, and that's why that went the way it did. I don't know. That would make sense. Okay, that pedestal's just a crystal. We haven't seen red crystal, so I guess we'll do it, just for sake of argument. It would appear to just be the same crystal, just with extra bobs going around it. Don't care. It's not doing any damage, but it's keeping them from moving around as much and being a problem. Yeah, he even says freeze when he does some of the ice attacks. It's a small touch, but it's there. I am having a awful time surviving now, though. And that's mostly just the fact that I'm paying zero attention to defending myself, aside from just hitting things. It's really becoming a bit of a problem. But that's also what I stock up on potions for, is because I know I'm bad at protecting myself. Unless I'm feeling actively threatened, which I am starting to now. Don't get me wrong, starting to feel threatened. But that's mostly just getting chipped away at by things that just don't die quickly. Is there just an infinite supply of you lizard men in here? Is that the problem? No, there was just a lot of them. Okay. Very good. Okay, so those do something. I just don't know what. Because I used it and it didn't consume it. So it didn't do whatever it was supposed to do. God damn it, I healed, and of course there's a full heal HP up in here. I am so upset. Now I'm kind of torn, because I was only planning to go for like 3 hours today. But if we're flying through at this rate, maybe I should just push to finish it. We'll see how I feel in an hour. Or give or take. And we'll also, of course, see what happens in said hour. If the game's over in that hour somehow, then, well, kind of a moot question at that point. Now, look here, you little bastard. Okay, it looks like other than... Oh, no, there is that whole other path. I'm being an idiot. Hang on. Will you stop? Leave me alone! Like, they're not even a threat. They're just annoying. Just like, ha ha, ha ha. Jumping on your head, ha ha. Just over and over again. There we go. No more fish. Oh, not the biggest fan of this. As I nearly magoo my way straight through it, my god. I wasn't even trying to dodge from all of that. I literally just walked forward and it worked out. Because more often than not, that's how the tempo in those kind of things works, is if you just go for it, it actually will more often than not work for 90% of them. But a lot of the time, devs will also have one of them be off the timing from the rest to catch people doing that. But dodging 4 out of 5 with 0 effort is pretty good. Yeah, that's right. You can't have nearly as much fun when I've got a shield around me, can you? Pains in my ass. When in doubt, spin. Okay. This is not worth it for a hallway. Oh, this is frozen over. I'm gonna have to get rid of these guys so I can goddamn do anything. So I'm trying to do the flame kick to see if that would work. Or if I have to actually go get, like, the flame whip or something that I assume exists. Wait, how do I actually do that? Oh yeah, it's that button. Okay. Nope, that doesn't work. Okay. Probably need Flame Whip then. Assuming Flame Whip exists, which Ice Whip exists, so Flame Whip likely exists. Okay, gotta be slightly more careful not to be a complete idiot. No. Of course, going back through it is a bit different than going through it the other way. Right, Ice Whip's not going to do any damage to ice demons. That just makes sense. And this is why the way this system works is bad, though, because you have to go through all of those damn menus to switch whip types. All the while you're getting your shit rocked because you can't do two things at once there, or particularly well. Like, I get having the actual consumables be in that menu, but I feel like equipment should be changeable through the start menu as well. Because otherwise you just end up with a lot of bad situations where you more or less have to know an enemy's going to be in a room ahead of time. Because trying to change on the fly just leads to you getting fucked. So we had to waste super potions just to counterbalance the fact that this game's equipment system kinda sucks. Oh, of course it's not done yet. Of course it isn't. Kind of just letting them beat each other up a bit. And this way we also get our mana back to use for our relic for further incidents where we have the wrong whip out. So that may also just teach me never to bother using the damn ice whip up in this place. Nice little detail also, they show the whip is blue on your belt as well, when you were using the other one. Just quickly show that. Wait, no, it changed before. Maybe I'm just imagining things. Well, then correct that. It would be a nice feature if they did that. But they don't. It may just be the areas we were in made it look blue. I'm gonna guess this is like a doppelganger fight? Yep. Okay. Hi, Blue Me. You gonna be a Blue Meanie? Yeah, you are. this isn't gonna be annoying at all. No, not in the slightest. Hey, Xeno. That's fine. You're just in time for me to be fighting myself, as I do all the time. Okay, yeah, the sound alert is working. It's just being slightly weird. I thought it was acting up earlier, because I didn't hear it when somebody else did it. But I think just volume issues for a moment there. Let's get rid of the fire trail before I run out of MP for it. In case I need it later. But how you doing, Xeno? Thank you. It got a lot of positive reactions, which I can honestly say I'm slightly surprised. Considering literally, as I said at the time, I just threw it together. This is Lament of Innocence, one of the 2 PS2 Castlevanias, Rocket. And welcome in. Just a little preoccupied with the doppelganger fight right now. Damn you. Camera Y. I wish I knew that move. Okay, he's getting real cheap now. Could you not? Do I have any healing left? Nope, okay. Gonna have to just do this that way, huh? Okay. One moment. There it is. Where'd you go? Here, catch. Nope, that didn't work. This might be another death, because I can't get a hand on him. Nope, he made a mistake. We got him. Whew. If he hadn't gone for the dive, I would have lost that. All he needed to do was keep trying to whip me and he would have won. Yeah, he's out of there. He wanted nothing more to do with me.
I started blasting.
That so easily could have gone bad. Yeah, there was a lot of that. I need to get out of here before I die. What, it just straight up didn't work? Bloody hell, sound alerts. Why is everything falling apart? Like, did it give you an error, or did it just do nothing? Yeah, let me see if it works when I do it. See if it's just Twitch being weird, or if it's actually broken. Just gotta find it. Wait. Okay, Twitch is just being a buggy piece of shit. Okay. Yeah, you know what's funny? I didn't even see it in the list. I was looking for it and I couldn't find it. I literally scrolled through 3 times, it was gone, I closed the menu, reopened it, and it came back. Something bugged out hard there. I'll go back through all of that stuff after this stream today and figure out why it's being weird again. Because first the cooldowns on everything broke. And sometimes... Yeah, that is also true, is that you sometimes have to refresh to get things to behave. But I'm going to check on it anyway, because I do know that I changed things between the last stream and this stream. I might have broke something along the way as well. It is certainly possible that I broke something. Because as is tradition, when I touch things, it might just explode. Oh, yeah. I don't know what that does either. I have seen it a couple times around, but I have no idea what the react button actually does. I think it's like a polling thing. If you're talking about the little, like, pink man and symbol. Good luck with that one. Oh, that's where the blue dragon key is, so I can bring that to that other area. Open that door. God damn it, I got stuck on the pillar. I mean, you are funny. That is true. God damn it, game. Oh, it doesn't even open this door anyway. Why am I wasting my time? Oh, we're doing this again, huh? Wait. Cause like I got the dedication reaction a bunch of times for one reason or another. And I think I got one other than that so far, and I have no idea what it was off the top of my head anymore, because I think it was the first one that came up, and that was a while ago at this point. I mean, there's many ways to look at everything. And we're always gonna find our own humor awful. If we thought we were hilarious doing these things, we'd end up getting a big enough ego that nobody would want to listen to us anyway. It's like, ah, yes, I'm the best comedian. Yes, yes. And if somebody said that seriously, I'm pretty sure everybody would walk out. And as you can all see, the charity things are still up because the charity week is still going. Today's just not my specific day for it. So I left it all there, just in case people wanted to throw more donations in. I believe the segment for today is over by now, because I was in there for a while and then I ran off to do my own thing. So I did not want to deviate too horribly from schedule. But I also didn't want to interfere with them either, so I split the difference. Every little bit's important. Oh yeah. We hit the goal yesterday when we did the collab, and then it jumped another bit when Lark was doing his segment today. So all in all, it's been a resounding success. And even us reaching our goal isn't like a huge amount added, but it's still helpful. And even though we reached the goal, we're absolutely not done yet. Exactly. Actually, on that note, let me double check the schedule. So I forget what tomorrow's segment is. Oh yeah, tomorrow Violet's streaming at, let's see, 8 p.m. their time, so that would be, I think, like 3 or 4 Eastern. And she'll be going for a while, probably. Not entirely sure what she's going to be doing. She didn't tell anybody what her segment was. Yeah, then there's Tyrion on Wednesday, and then probably another group thing for Thursday. The organization on this has been a little messy because, you know, the more hands on something, the messier it gets, but it's been working out. So just the good old standard of roll with the punches and hope it comes together. Oh yeah. It's been a lot of fun to do this, and it has reached its goal and everything, so clearly it's working out. Exactly. We just need to not stumble hard enough that nobody wants to watch it. That's the end goal. Don't fuck it up. I mean, at our current scale, it's not that huge a responsibility, comparatively. Because, like, imagine if we were all, like, Twitch partners doing this. That's a much higher level of responsibility to a degree, because there's a lot more eyes on it. Oh, yeah. It is a big responsibility to not fuck up, you are right. I'm just saying, the larger the scale you work at, the higher the stakes get. To be fair, I also made a massive nuisance of myself advertising it to the ends of the earth for like a week to achieve those results. But that's what you gotta do. But it was nice having a lot of people in for a change, that is true. Like, I'm sure there's people that were sick of my shit by the time that segment rolled around. I'm glad. 'Cause I had a lot of fun, even if it was kind of melting me down eventually. Okay, that probably turned off the waterfall in front of the door. Admittedly, it's an adaptation of something I saw somebody else do. I just used something a lot more mechanical to do it, rather than physically getting up and switching games. And it was massively scuffed as far as how it worked, so I'm gonna need to refine that if I do it again. But it was fun, so that was the important part out of that whole thing. And I appreciate that, Xeno. It was also very entertaining telling people after the fact that I played more than 20 games in 5 hours. That confused a lot of people. Oh, that's good to hear. Hopefully they came back with good news, even though they're the government. And they very rarely come anywhere with good news. Oh, that's good. That's this? No. How does that move even work? Oh, it's that one. Okay. How exactly are they planning to do that? You know, any more than the government already tests people's mental state by constantly aggravating them. I'm gonna go hit this save point to get my health back again. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. And I gotta say, things like that collaboration I did yesterday have been doing wonders for this whole constant anxiety I've been fighting with doing these kind of things. Ah, okay. That could potentially be very helpful. Depends on how accurate their testing is. And of course, how well said bosses end up actually following any of that afterwards. Well, that's good. I mean, in the end, having the right to leave is good. And that the program will protect you is good, but will that protect you financially? Since if you end up leaving a job because of the way it's being run, you kind of end up... Okay. Because that's the important part. I didn't want you just getting left in a hole as far as income goes. Right. But things not being somebody's fault doesn't usually stop things like that being a problem anyway. But that's good. I hope that system actually follows through the way it's sounding to be. So I want to be more trusting of that, but we all know why there's that bit of a mistrust to that whole thing a little bit. But if it's working for people you know already, then you've at least got that kind of confirmation to work off of too. Right. I do remember you telling me that they weren't listening to anything you were telling them. Yeah, and hopefully that ends up at least telling them that, yes, this is a problem. Don't get me wrong, I wish this wasn't a problem for you, but I would like them to at least respect the fact that this is an issue. There are very few governments in this world that have any proper respect for certain types of mental health yet. They're getting better in some cases. They're definitely not there yet. And who knows when they'll actually get there. Wait, did I just get hit in the head with the chain? God damn it, game. Well, yeah. Unfortunately, they do have to make those systems very, very particular. Otherwise, you know, as we've talked about many times, people will abuse the shit out of it. And that'll always be a problem. But they also need to, you know, actually understand the difference between problem and somebody who's faking it. Which is why all that testing and such needs to get better. This looks an awful lot like the room I fought the doppelganger in. Am I gonna have to fight another one of him in here? No, apparently I'm going to have to do a bunch of jumps. Okay, that's fine. I'd rather do the jumps than fight another doppelganger right now. Don't mind me as I ignore the laws of physics. Okay, I need to get rid of these ghosts first. Hang on. They are going to be such a problem until I get rid of them. Yeah. I guess they don't understand the degree to which the system does not actually work. Probably because in most cases they've dealt with, it works. Ah, okay. So I hesitate to say that you found an expert, but that's basically the practical stance of what you found there. They just may not necessarily actually be a professional expert, they just have the knowledge. I fucked it up. Okay. But why not? Okay. So at least he put you in contact with somebody that should be reliable, at least somewhat. That's good, at least. And I'm sure worst case, you can kind of touch base with them now and then either way. That's great to hear, Zeno. God damn it. Apparently I have to double jump for that one, even though double jumping was too far. I wish I had a better camera angle for this. Literally just straight side-on would be so much easier to do than what I'm dealing with here of, oh yeah, we're kind of like half side-on, but not, so you can't tell depth of anything. You know, this is proving what I was talking about before of, I have no issues with this game yet, but I'm sure I'll find something, and well, here we are, I found something. I almost wish they actually made this a full swinging mechanic instead of this weird nonsense. But I feel like a swinging mechanic would get just as weird. I keep thinking I can single jump that, because everything else is single jump. So why would that one be double jump? The answer? Because they wanted to make this a pain in the ass. Like, don't get me wrong, I double jump for that one to be certain I make it. And I really should just do that with this one, too. Okay. Finally made it up here. You know, there just had to be 3 sets of those. All of that for a heart increase. I should have just turned the hell around. This was not worth it. But at least now I never need to look at this room ever again. So I've got that going for me. Yes, you know. I was honestly about to ask you if we were actually going to do Friday since it was so close to Christmas. I didn't know if you had anything you needed to do. Because I know we had said we were going to do it, and then I realized how close it was. Okay. Because I am available as well, yeah. If it was any day after that, it'd be an issue, but Friday itself is fine. Ah, okay. Makes sense.
Is someone there? Are you a prisoner here?
Who are you?
My name is Leon. And you are?
My name is Ahim Armstair. It's too bad you aren't Walter.
This feeling. Are you a vampire?
That's right, lowly human.
Why is a vampire locked away here?
Shut up! Damn Walter.
I think we know why now.
I would have won were it not for his ebony stone.
Ebony stone. What's that?
If you want to know. Beat me!
Also, if you're locked up here, why do you have all these swords?
It'll be a nice prelude to defeating Walter.
I get the feeling this is gonna be very annoying.
I'll beat you. To a
Oh yeah, this can be very annoying. Oh joy. Yeah, you know, that makes a degree of sense. That would fit. Just like, you know what, this guy's no threat. Leave him in there with a bunch of weapons to amuse himself with. Nothing bad will happen from that idea. Ah, I think I understand. He himself isn't the target, it's this stuff in the room. I need to break it first, and then I can hurt him. If those weren't homing, that would never have caught me, but I suppose that's why they're homing. Uh-oh. No, you should not be a Beyblade. No. I need to heal. Do I have any? I have a little bit. And I lost half of it immediately. I want this one. Here, catch. Oh, he activated the things again already, actually. And dang it. Okay, he's got his shield up again. Ah, I did jump, but I was a single damn frame behind. God, his attacks are so irritating. I should be blocking them, but my reflex is gonna keep being the problem on that one, because, you know, I default to trying to dodge. Oh, you are such a tedious little pain in my ass. Literally, if he didn't have these stupid invincibility shields, I would have finished this fight a while ago. But no, he has to have a tedious protection cycle that I have to go all the way around the room to deal with. Joyous day. I'd almost rather he have just a whole other health bar instead of having those stupid things I have to go chasing around the room. Still, I suppose it's a good sign that the first round I almost beat him anyway. Now that I know how he works a bit better, we should have this just fine. Which reminds me, I should make the changes I was going to make immediately now instead of trying to do it mid-fight. Let's do this instead, actually. I have an idea. Yeah, we're good otherwise. I don't know if the Ice Whoop will be any better, but it's worth a shot. This is the only one I've got. And other than that, I just need to remember, at least when he's spinning, I definitely need to block. seems to be working. His homing attacks are still going to be a nuisance, though, because there's not a lot I can do about them. Because more often than not, I'll be in the air trying to break the things, and I have no dodge in the air or anything, and I can't block either. So as soon as I leave the ground, I'm committed. And I, of course, don't want to just waste time sitting around waiting for him to attack to do it either. No, you ain't doing that. Get back here, coward. I know you're nothing without your sword shield, but stand still and take your beating like a man. It's gonna be close if I ain't a little smarter. There we go.
To think I lost to a human.
You promised. Answer me. What is the ebony stone?
A stone made with alchemy. It creates the never-ending darkness in this forest.
Hence eternal night. But the night should help you as well, since you're a vampire.
That stone chooses its master. My powers pale beside his. Oh, if only I had the Crimson Stone.
Well, you should have thought about that before you went and picked a fight. And to think, if he wasn't such an arrogant bastard, we might have been able to work together.
Crimson stone. He mentioned alchemy.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps Ronaldo might know something.
Somebody was listening. Oh, we don't need to be here anymore. That's 4 out of the 5 bosses for this area done already. Ronaldo, you actually know things? Or are you gonna
I have
swindle
a
me?
question, Ronaldo.
Don't you always? Ask away.
Alright,
The
Zeno.
ebony and crimson stones.
I'll be wrapping up before too long anyway, probably.
What about them?
You knew about them. Why didn't you tell me?
How would that have changed anything? The night still wouldn't have ended.
True, but
Well, I would have told you. I shall tell you now.
please.
Have you ever heard of the Philosopher's Stone?
No, I haven't.
Making the Philosopher's Stone is the ultimate goal of alchemy. It provides eternal youth. The 2 other stones were apparently created accidentally. No details of how they were made remain now.
I
Enjoy your
see.
music, Zeno.
I know about the ebony stone, but what kind of power does the crimson stone have?
I don't know the details. It turns the souls of vampires into power for its master. These 2 stones are the vampire's greatest treasures.
Wouldn't the crimson stone work for humans as well?
If all it gave you was power, that might be so.
What do you mean?
I've heard that it bears the curse of the vampires as well.
I see. So humanity would be lost.
There are no greater treasures for those who become vampires.
And Walter has the Ebony Stone in his possession?
That seems to be the case. It was supposedly lost along with the Crimson Stone.
But if the Ebony Stone reappeared, then the Crimson
May
Stone...
also have resurfaced.
Gonna be a problem.
I pray that it is not here.
Well, we can safely guess that that's gonna be a problem.
Welcome. What would you like today? Is this a... Would you like anything else? Is this... Would you like anything else?
Ooh, he's got a 20% in protection armor now.
Anything else? What would you like today? Is this... Would you like anything else? Anything
was it?
else? What would you like?
Should have checked before I bought the other things. Yeah, it's more than I can
Is
afford.
that all? What would
Unless
you
I
like
sell a
today?
bunch of things. We've not been using these heart repairs I've been finding. We'll go ahead and get rid of some of those. The tomato juice doesn't do as much as a potion, so we'll get rid of those. That still isn't enough, though. I can get rid of the other 2 heart repairs and get up to 3,000. But I'd still need another 1,000. And even with getting rid of the earth plate, that wouldn't be
Anything
enough.
else? Come back soon.
Let me see if I can sell the armor I'm wearing to make up the difference.
Welcome back. What would you like today?
Yes, yes I can. Okay. So we'll just sell the previous 2 armors and buy the new armor.
Like anything else? Anything else?
There we go.
What would you like today?
Nice 20% and damage reduction is always good to have.
Anything else? Come back soon.
And we also, of course, now have the green orb to modify our sub-weapons with as well. Which gives us Holy Light at the moment. What does that do? Okay, I just throw a flying cross at things. Sure, why not? But what I'm thinking is, since I said I was only going to go for like 3 hours, since I got very, very little sleep last night, I'm probably going to break us into the next area and get us to a save point. The important kicker is going to be, can I actually get in there, though? Because we didn't gain anything that I feel like would give me the ability to get past that laser. So, I'm going to have to figure that one out. Because we haven't, like, gained any actual new moves or anything. And we certainly haven't found a new relic. Somehow. So there's also the option of we might not even be able to break past that door to begin with. So I may need to do a bunch of backtracking to find a way through there. Which we did get the blue dragon key. So it might be that I need something from where that key leads from to get in there. Which I think the blue dragon key was in the door for that was in the lab, I think it was. So if we can't get past the laser, I might actually go over there and save there so we know where we're going. You see, it stops sometime. Oh, it stops if I'm not looking at it, I think. Or something like that. I was able to make it stop occasionally. Or am I just making it bug out sometimes? No, there we go. I got past it. I'm not sure if that was how that was supposed to work, because, you know, there didn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to that working, but I'll take it. Is looking in their direction, but not looking at them is basically what ended up working. Okay, that just throws the crystal. So it's looking like the green orb is just the orb of throw thing at enemy. not really anything, like, impressive or interesting, specifically. Also, of note, tomorrow's broadcast is probably going to be later than usual because I do not want to interfere with the broadcast that will be happening for the charity group. And that will be happening very close to my normal time again. And since I actually know when this one's happening, I'm going to be there to help them instead of doing my normal broadcast time. Just a little important note for those listening. I will be putting that on Twitter as well, most likely, for those who are not here today. Basically, same deal I did yesterday, except I didn't end up following up and streaming yesterday because I was a little peopled out after the collab, even though it was a lot of fun. But this way, people know what's what as far as that goes. Now, the kicker to this is going to be finding a damn save point in here. Okay, so these are just a thing around here. And it is definitely a mechanic that works the way I thought it did. Because it is definitely based on what direction you're facing. Which is a little weird, I'm not gonna lie. It's a little weird to get used to, but it makes sense in a dance hall to have a facing-based puzzle in it. Because you basically have to dance your way through this. Okay. I'm just using the facing we have right now to make sure I don't run off the edge of this, because I assume there's something back here. Yeah, there's an area down there. Is there actually anything down here, or is this just, if you fuck up and fall down, this is how you get back up? Yeah, this just loops around. Huh. Right, they just go all the way up, I forgot. One of those moments where it's like, aha, I'm clever. Oh. I was accidentally clever, though, because this is a door I wouldn't have gotten to otherwise. Probably not where the save point is, but that's okay. We may as well just look around until we find one. 'Cause I'm not, like, in a huge rush to end, it's just a matter of this is likely what's happening. Because I don't want to overdraw since I am, like I said, not running on the most sleep, and I do feel a headache from that coming. So, I'd rather not be running around with a headache trying to be people. Being a people is hard enough. I don't need extra complications. Yeah, why not? We'll play around with some holy water for a bit. Since that at least is a way to give holy water range. And we haven't seen what the other two... Well, actually, we haven't seen what any of the other ones for holy water are. Okay, that also has range. That's good. We saw that one in the doppelganger's hands. And that's just a circle of fire. Okay. Energy Gazer seems pretty good, too. So, green and blue will be the ones we want for holy water. Unless we're actually, like, up on something, then the flame is probably pretty good, too. The damage on holy water in this game has been pretty good, all things considered. And it's not often you'll hear me say anything good about holy water in these games. And I'll be honest, if I end up finding the boss door when we find the first save point we find in here, I will of course fight the boss, because why not? What the hell do I do in here? Ah, we have to make them hit the statues. That makes sense. Okay, so there's just a time delay between these. There's not actually, like, a protection for the statues. Dodging those is actually kind of fun. Wait. That only opened the door back, though, not the door... Ah, there we go. There's many doors. Life has many doors, Ed boy. Okay, the familiar flame breath on the skulls is here. And I have to kill them. Well. Well. Okay. What's left? Oh, you. Die. Okay. Minium, mine out that one. More of this, huh? Okay. And I hear a laser somewhere in here. Damn goo dogs. Okay. I know there's a laser up there. How get up? How up get? And don't tell me to acquire a DVD. God damn it. I'm sure there's something I'm missing about this room, but we'll deal with this at another time. His brain is not processing that in any useful capacity. I look at that and go, there's nothing here. Nothing here. Okay, I wasn't crazy. There were red wolves and regular, or just goo wolves running around. Okay. They had the same nameplate, so I got very confused. It may just be their texture didn't load sometimes. Don't know. No, not the Astral Knights again. Those guys suck to deal with. Which is why I'm just destroying them immediately. Because if they're allowed to move, what they do is they teleport around and stab you in the back a lot. Like this! And it's just very annoying. Like, I don't know if they're Flea Man level annoying, but man, don't like them. Don't like them at all. The difference being the Astral Knights are at least a threat, whereas Flea Men are literally just nuisance. They don't accomplish anything other than pissing you off. There's a lot of this place that has no save points in it. The odds of me accidentally fighting the boss before finding a save point is getting higher and higher. Oh, there we go. I just had to complain about it. As usual. Okay. Let's see who's doing what things, where, why. I'm checking more than just my list this time because I felt like checking to make sure nobody else was throwing anything around from any of the communities I'm in that I didn't already know about. But it looks like everybody that is up and about is already on my lists that I know of anyway. I could push them up, or I could be funny. Coin, tell me what to do. Fair enough. I'll get that queued up. Of course you're not going to understand it if I type it that way. You want me to type it the other way. Let's see. As mentioned, tomorrow is probably going to be late in the interest of supporting Violet doing her segment. Wednesday and Thursday are, as usual, probably nothing out of me, but as mentioned, Wednesday, Tyria will be doing her stream around the same time Violet's was listed at, which was like 3 EST, somewhere around there. I may or may not be doing anything involved with what Crimson's doing on Thursday. We have not discussed what the plan for Thursday is yet, but she said it was going to be her and other people, so I don't know who other people are yet. And then Friday it's back to finishing up what's left of Trying 2's DLC with Xeno. Potentially also going into the next one afterwards from there. We'll see how that plays out. I don't know if we're actually gonna do that or not. But yeah, we're gonna head off to Wildwood, who's doing some Skyrim stuff, and that'll be that. Thank you for taking the time to be here, and have a good one, everybody. That should be just about everything I have to cover.